Hello everyone, my name is Caitlin Pickrell, and today we'll be analyzing and critiquing three websites that center around educational technology. So these are the three websites I've selected. The first is Common Sense Education. This website features free lessons to students in grades K through 12 and focuses on digital citizenship. I am really familiar with Common Sense as a brand because I use it often as a parent. They have a great tool called Common Sense Media that allows you to search any show or movie and see how other parents with similarly aged children feel about it. So check that out if you have small ones and need to preview things before they watch them. The next website is ISTE. ISTE stands for International Society for Technology in Education. This website focuses on creating technology standards for all stakeholders in schools. I'm sure most of us are familiar with ISTE in some way. The last website I've selected is EdTech Hub. I chose this one because it's a little different than ISTE in that EdTech Hub provides research and data to allow individuals and schools to make the most informed decisions in regards to educational technology. So let's check out the first website, Common Sense Education. This is the landing page you'll find when first entering the site. To access everything, you will need to make an account, but everything is free. It's kind of annoying to have to make the account, but they do give you a ton of resources. And as you can see, digital citizenship is proudly displayed as the first button. The next page lets you know what all Common Sense Education offers. Again, we're looking at the digital citizenship component that is built for students in grades K through 12. Common Sense Education does claim to be backed by research and cites their partnership with Harvard Graduate School of Education to kind of build their reputation. Out of all the resources I've seen and used, I haven't found anything that makes me question the reputation. Let's take a look at the K through 2 strand because that's where I'm currently working. You can see that they have some great lessons involving well-being, privacy, digital footprint, and even communication. So let's look a little bit closer at the heart of the digital citizenship. This lesson has a video, a student handout, and a family handout. The time allotted is 15 minutes for this lesson, and there are even activities and vocabulary terms laid out for the educator. I love how organized and simple this really is. A quick glance over materials, and I feel like any educator would be quick to teach this lesson to students. I also really appreciate that they provide a family handout. It's so important to educate parents too and include them in the conversation of safety online. And if you notice at the bottom of this, it also says that they have this in English and Spanish. That's also very helpful. Next, let's check out the ISTE website. Remember, ISTE stands for International Society for Technology in Education. ISTE focuses on standards that create a high level of pedagogy to practice while using technology. There are standards for students, educators, educational leaders, and coaches. I appreciate how differentiated this website is. However, with so many options, it can become overwhelming to use. Let's explore the standards for educators. So these are the first two standards for educators. If you notice, they both start with a 2, and that's because on the last page, educator was labeled with the number 2. They keep that style of organization throughout the website, which I appreciate. Student standards all start in 1, educator standards always start with a 2, and so on. The first two standard headings are learner and leader. Then you can see that those are broken down into parts A, B, and C. Once you start clicking in there, it can get overwhelming quickly. My suggestion to this website would be to chunk these up into smaller parts, to focus on one piece at a time. This website definitely tries to assist in this, but personally, I am really easily visually overwhelmed, so I need to do more to help myself when I'm on this website to be able to absorb the information. And then here are the 7 headings for the educator standards. With each of these also having those 3 to 4 subsections, it can easily become overwhelming. After viewing the standards, you have even more options for learning. This website is absolutely full of information and professional development that's amazing for so many staff in the school setting. It could use some different modes of teaching though. This website leans very heavily on reading and very little on videos or audio. The last website we'll explore today is EdTech Hub. This one is the most unique of the 3 in my opinion. EdTech Hub is unique because they're in the business of research and education. Their goal is to empower others to make decisions by supplying data, research, and information. They clearly list the problem that they see. People with little information and experience are making decisions that affect students in the classroom. And then they clearly list how they plan to help by providing information, research, and advice to help the decision makers have more informed decisions that they're confident in. They focus on 5 topic areas as seen here: data for decisions, digital personalized learning, girls' education and technology, participation in messaging, and teacher continuous professional development. This is not an exhaustive list, but these are the areas they most widely focus on. Here's one example of some professional development available for educators. And at first glance, this page may look like it's a professional development tool for education. However, it's really not. This is an example of EdTech Hub at its finest. This is a list of professional development tools alongside evidence-based advice on how to use them. So they are letting you know, hey, are you struggling in this area? Maybe you can try this tool or resource. It's brilliant because instead of going to Google and hoping you find the right answer to your problem, you can visit one website that has spent time and money researching the best resource for you to use. It's application at its finest. And lastly, they do have a blog that is educational and inspiring. EdTech is a global company, and they feature diverse voices from around the world. I love reading uplifting articles about how technology is changing the lives of so many people in positive ways. So again, all 3 of these websites fulfill their purpose really well. In my opinion, ISTE is the one that needs some better visual organization, but I do feel like the other 2 websites, Common Sense Education and EdTech Hub, do fulfill their purpose, and I don't really have any critiques for them. The last side is my references. Thank you very much.